Greetings, fellow man. Servus Männer. It's Red Pill Germany again, and today I want to talk about ambitious women and the wall. Now, Red Pill channels and MGTOW channels talk a lot about the wall, and the basic narratives that you hear there are that women go after the bad guys and they're party girls and they ride the cock carousel, and then at some point they cannot get the hot guys anymore because they are 35 and the wrinkles start showing, and then the party is over. However, that is not really my experience because I'm not one of those party guys basically. I mean, maybe I see them around across the room or something when I'm at a club, or, well, when I used to be at clubs. I don't do that anymore. But within my personal experience, there have never been cases like that, you know. I only have been around what you might call quote unquote quality women. So that means women who are highly educated or have some career or are driven, ambitious, smart, intelligent, whatever. So those are basically the women that I normally socialize with, that I dated in the past, or that basically my friends dated. So I have some first-hand experience from either dating them myself or hanging out with them or being friends with the people that dated them. So I want to talk about this group of women and what happens when they hit the wall. So the first one I want to talk about, I was casually dating for a little while, and she is actually a ballerina, a ballet dancer at a German ballet company. So it's not a first tier ballet company, but in order to be employed here as a regular, you have to be extremely hardworking. So she's not a loser. She's definitely not a party girl. She was working hard since early childhood, actually, and she achieved a lot. I mean, you can definitely give her credit for that she trains very hard every day. She is actually a little bit of a party girl because through her, I actually found out that these dancers, and I thought that they would all be vegans and only drink green tea or something. No, they're actually, a lot of them are actually alcoholics, I would say, functioning alcoholics though. And she, at least, she smokes like a chimney. So I thought they are doing yoga and being vegan and go jogging and whatnot. No, she has a pretty shitty diet and she drinks and smokes like crazy. Yeah, that was a surprise for me at least. But nevertheless, I mean, she's highly functional, and she does that very demanding work that requires a lot of skill and a long education or training, if you wish. Yeah. So, but what is the deal with her? So, what you must understand is that she actually never really wants to commit. I mean, she was traveling around a lot. First, she was in Amsterdam, in Japan. Now she's in Germany. So, of course, her being a ballerina, a lot of guys want to date her, and a lot of guys would actually probably rip their left arm out if they could marry her. Yeah. But she's never sure. I don't know, she says, yeah. And I really didn't want to marry her. I wasn't really serious about her. But if she had been a little more interesting and a little nicer and a little more, I don't know, if there had been a little more warmth from her side, maybe I would have considered it. But like this, it was just a short thing for me, because she actually turned out to be not that special. But what I really don't get about this woman is that she doesn't have rich parents, and her career is not that well paying, like for example a football star, you know. But what her career has to do with the career of a football star is that they both end in at their mid 30s. So she, just like an athlete, has the problem of injuries, the danger of injuries, and this danger grows, this probability of injury grows exponentially from 30 onwards. So she's 35 now, and her career is soon going to be over. I mean, maybe she has 2 or 3 more years, and then it's definitely over. So I actually asked her back then whether or not she has savings. I mean, I said, yeah, but I mean, you sure have some savings, right? I mean, for retirement, right? Because she said she will retire probably in a couple of years. And I asked her, like, what about your retirement plan? And all I got was like bitter laughter, you know. So, and after that, she was really depressed actually. And for the whole evening, she was just gloomy and not very fun to be around, to say the least. So I don't really get her. I mean, it's not just me. I mean, if there is a problem with me, I understand. But I mean, probably there are plenty of guys who would like to be with her. It cannot be that they're all not good enough. And I mean, she is kind of hot. She's not like I mean, yeah, ballet dancers. I mean, they're not pin-up girls, right? But she is hot, I would say. I mean, she's very skinny, obviously, but very toned and fit. But also her face. I mean, she has a pretty face, I would say. Definitely aging now, 35. You can see it, yeah. And her lifestyle. So, but she could still be considered pretty, and she could still marry someone if she wanted to. But I think her pride, or maybe she wants to be independent. I don't know. But I really don't get her, and I actually don't know what she will do when her career is finally over, when she cannot dance anymore. Will she be one of those smoking fat ballet instructors that we know as caricatures from movies and TV dramas? I don't know. I actually don't know if that market is that big or what she could actually do. Yeah, so a retirement plan would have been to get some nice guy and have one or two kids. But apparently she didn't want to do that, and she is not really happy with that situation. I mean, if she were happy and she had some kind of plan, I would say more power to you, girl. You don't have to get married. Do whatever you want. But she's clearly suffering from that. She's clearly depressed about that, and yeah, now I don't really see her anymore, but she got more and more depressed and almost to the point of panic. So, and then I thought, well, if it's that bad, why don't you do something about it? And of course, as a ballet dancer, she has a lot of gay friends, of course. A lot of crazy international gay friends who always take her to parties, but and she likes that apparently, but of course it doesn't lead anywhere because there are just more gay people at those parties, or more orbiter girls of gay people at those parties. Yeah. So that was that story. I mean, to wrap it up, I mean, it is basically a woman who is very, very talented, very hardworking, extremely disciplined, does that for many decades now and didn't get any big savings out of that. She traveled the world, yes, she has probably a lot of exciting stories to tell, but now she's in her mid 30s and that is over. Her source of income is gone. I don't know, is that a woman thing that they don't plan ahead financially? So the other case is actually she was a PhD student when I was dating her, and probably she's an associate professor by now. I'm not really sure. And yeah, she is reasonably gifted. I mean, she's not a super bright academic, but in the field where she is, she doesn't need to be really. She's in biochemistry, something like that. But yeah, she's reasonably smart and reasonably hardworking. Probably gonna be a professor soon, maybe a full professor in, I don't know, 5 or 10 years if she doesn't screw up. But the thing is that she also turned down a lot of men. She had a lot of really crazy relationships involving violence and a lot of overall drama. So she used to be pretty hot back then, and now she's also in her mid 30s, and she's still pretty like the other girl. Not as slim, of course. She's not a ballet dancer, but yeah, still reasonably. She's mixed race, like I think Japanese, Filipino, or Indonesian or something. But yeah, she looks pretty good, I would say. So now she's really focusing on her career, but she's also not really happy. I mean, she will probably never have kids, which made her very irrational and moody and overall aggressive, I would say. So she actually was even dating her supervisor, her professor, for a little bit, and probably she got a couple of papers out of that. So she can use her sexuality if she wants to. She learned that. Very clever. And she probably will be financially set, because if she becomes a professor, then she's on easy street. However, for her happiness, prospects look really bleak, I would say, because she's growing more and more crazy, basically. I wouldn't want to be around her if they paid me. She's one of those Japanese girls who has this little dog. I don't know, it's a Chihuahua or something, and she treats that dog like she treats a baby, and that really creeps me out. she talks to that little chihuahua really like if it is her daughter or son or something. It's creepy. It's creepy, and it just shows everyone. I mean, everyone can plainly see that she suffers from not being a mother. I mean, when you see her with that dog, it's so clear. Yeah, but she also turned down a lot of good guys in her time, as far as I know, at least already. I wasn't the only one. But I have to admit that I only had the hots for her in the beginning. She was one of those girls where you think, oh, she's just a perfect woman, or she's so fun, she's so beautiful, she's so educated, she's so amazing. And she was really not good at hiding her fault. Normally, women can keep it up for half a year. I already saw her crazy side after like a month. And then I more and more started thinking, oh, well, I should get the hell out of that. That is just crazy. No, I don't, well, and then I stayed friends with her for a little bit, but then I just broke off contact. That was not a good girl, really. I mean, not a crazy party girl, not a slut, but just overall crazy, moody, eccentric. Not really a sociopath, but I think you get the picture, right? Extremely manipulative and always out for drama. And then with stupid little dog. And of course, she had a lot of rare diseases and allergies, and her ex-boyfriends abused her. Blah blah blah. These are red flags, man. These are red flags. So, and the ex of a friend of mine, she's actually an opera singer. She sings soprano at a German opera. Also, yeah, like a small town opera, kind of. Not the first address, but still okay. Yeah, she's actually, I think she's not really hit the wall yet, but maybe soon. And she also, travels a lot, spends all the time on her job, crazy hours, of course, and she will also never have children. Yeah, she's not crazy or anything. I mean, not that I would know, but it's pretty much the same story. I don't care how successful they are. I have never met one of these women who are actually really happy if they don't have children later on. I have never met one of them actually. I mean, even if they are not broke, even the ones who have a good career going, the ones who are not mothers, they are never happy. It seems like they can't be happy, which is funny because the men I know that don't have a family, most of them are actually pretty okay if they haven't been divorce raped. But I mean, the ones who never got married, and there are a few. There are actually a few that I know. They're actually okay. But the women who never gave birth, I have never seen one of them who is happy or okay with her situation. Even the ones who are not broke. This is not a woman hating video or not one of those haha, you hit the wall kind of videos. And I know that I have 4% female listeners, and probably 75% of them just clicked on my videos on accident. So that means that I have probably 1% actual female viewers. If you feel like it, maybe you can weigh in on that one and share your wisdom with us. I really don't know what it is. Maybe you have more female friends. Do you know a woman who is not a mother, but she is truly okay with that situation? Because I have never met one. So this is why I think that there are no women going their own way, really. I mean, at least I've never seen that. So that was it already from my side for today. Have a great day. Servus, Kameraden.